What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Mario Kart Boards cast. Today we got a good one. We got round 7 of the Gauntlet, Metro Wipeout versus Charge Brigade. Here to join me today is my very good friend and co-commentator, Shawn.
Hey, what's up, guys? Very excited to watch this match today.
Yeah, it should be a pretty good one. We already got quite a few people in the room, so we're going to go right into the lineup. So today for MW, we got Barney, Sharon, Fox, Xander, and Roy, and we'll be watching Fox's POV. And Shawn, right off the bat in this MW lineup, a glaring missing piece.
Where is the Leops POV? I mean,
Where
come on.
is the Leops POV? Yeah, Leops has been a highlight player on this team. Yeah, fan favorite, highlight player on this team for a while now. Not in lineup today. For MW, so see how this team works without him. Obviously, they have been playing together for a long time. Their chemistry is probably some of the best in the entire league, so shouldn't make too much of a difference, but he is definitely a big piece of that team. So it's going to be interesting.
This is a classic VA lineup, you know?
Yeah.
You probably saw the same lineup roll up in like 2017 or so you know that they're ready.
Yeah.
They know how to play with each other.
Over on CB's side, take a quick look. And we got Derek, Storm, Wally, Zero, who will be our second POV, and Neo. And Shawn, yet again, another glaring difference to this lineup with the missing Tricks.
Yeah, I mean, Trix has been like CB's staple player pretty much throughout the entire season. I know he missed one match due to controller problems, but not seeing him in such an important match is just, it's kind of a head scratcher, honestly. Not really sure where he is.
Yeah, he's been a really big piece of this team for a long time. And missing him, I mean, they haven't really missed him in any of these big matches in years, so without him, it's going to be interesting to see how they do. But for sure, their strongest player. And see if they can pick up the slack of missing him. As for the bagging battle, we got Neo versus Roy. I would definitely give the edge here to Roy. He just has so much experience and has put in a lot of work into his bagging, doing some things that the other guys really aren't. So Neo's going to have to kind of show up today if he wants to compete against Roy. But Neo, very strong himself. I was able to play against him during the World Cup against Netherlands, and he's a super consistent player, does a great job holding 10th, you know. So if he's able to pull the shocks for CB like he's been doing, he should do a pretty good job. So we'll be getting underway here very soon. Room has just started. And home team is MW, so they have the 1, 3, 5, 7 spots, and they're going right for DK Mountain.
And I mean, we don't have to mention it again, but we probably should mention it again. CB has historically not had a great time on DK Mountain in the clutch, and it's definitely like probably MW's like strongest track, comparatively to the rest of the community. So I would be very surprised if Fox, doesn't get to play that in the first race of one of these GPs.
That's for sure one of MW's most consistent tracks. Definitely a go-to for them with that top spots. But we're going straight into Raceway, which obviously is one of the biggest luck tracks in the game. See how each team decides to play it, but
yeah, Raceway, it kind of doesn't really fall under that pseudo running track category that things like Moo Meadows and like MC3 fall under, where it's very much a luck track. It's very hard to run it compared to Moo Moo. Fox does pull a bomb here though.
And he is able to snipe Derek out of second place. Storm, though, is a bit broken off in first. Going to be tough for him to hold that on this track, though. Bagging battle currently very close, though there really is only one spot to fall off with Bill, and we see one of them doing that right now. And you just lose so much time when you fall off with Bill there. It's such a detriment to get it, but right now...
let's get a POV switch to Zero this race. Right now he's holding a star in 5th, and he's in a great seat.
Yeah, we see holding the star. MW 345, and Storm still holding that lead in first. So otherwise CB most of the bottom spots. Didn't quite see who that was who fell off with Bill, but One Bagger definitely has quite the edge.
Yeah, this looks like a CB first and bottom 3, which is honestly a great scenario for them. And this is a top 2 at the very least.
Yeah. Zero chaining this blue here for Storm is going to be able to get it into first place, so this top 2 should pretty much go unbroken unless MW pulls a golden in 5th or 6th. And even then, it'll be tough to catch. Zero, though, going to have to avoid this red, gets it off the Piranha plant, I think, and he's going to hold his spot, so Storm pretty much running the entirety of that track after taking cut lap 1.
Well, I guess I'll eat my words that time.
Yeah. And MW getting bottom 2. So yeah, CB starting off with a winning race.
CB really put themselves in a good seat that race. I mean, first and bottom 3 on that track is great. I do think it's kind of weird that MW didn't pull blue the entire race, but hey.
Yeah, they were most of the middle spots, especially most of lap 2. And CB with a top 36, so a huge race for them. Looks like it was Neo who was able to get the shock after Roy falls off with Bill. So CB starting off strong.
So you don't really often see like a Raceway first track.
No.
People that pick Raceway first race, I think they're just gonna be picking luck tracks the rest of this war. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Raceway is really not in the meta right now for the most part. You don't see it in almost any tracks, almost in any match, especially in big matches like this. So if you see CB picking that race 1, it might be telling of their strategy for the rest of this war. But with this top 35, you're probably going to see them alter from that. So yeah, going with the TF on the strongest running tracks. So
surprised to not see a BCUE to just like get that out with Zero on Daisy and all.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the there's the
pick. And I think it's smart for most of CB to be picking Mountain here, just because they can take it away from MW. It is one of their strongest tracks, of course. So if they're able to get the pick when they're in their power spots, it'll definitely help them out.
So we have Gardens.
Yeah, we're going to go with Gardens here, MW's pick.
You know, one of those tracks that the first box really matters and can often just win you the race. Pull the right eye.
And the top 3, we'll see how CB plays. It looks like they're going to have 2 of their top spots drop. And Fox able to pull triple shrooms right away. He's going to be in a great position for the rest of this race, assuming that there's no POW.
I don't believe Xander has anything significant first because he's pretty up there.
Yeah, it looks like he might have been able to golden up. But MW almost immediately taking control of this race in top 2. And Storm not too far behind though.
Yeah, that's CB in at 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bagging battle currently very close right now. See if one of them is able to take the cut and surpass the other. 10th place is in the cut. So it looks like that is Neo who's going to have a lead on Roy.
We see a blue shell coming in. That's just going to give Fox a path to first with a shroom. But an early shock.
Yeah, early shock coming in.
That red.
And it's going to be Wally overtaking first after dodging and chaining the red. So Fox here now in 2nd place. Wally gaining a lead here in first. Red Shell's not going to do too much. I'm sure Fox is looking for a mushroom here to catch Wally even just a little bit.
Yeah, let's get a POV on Zero here. See if he's holding shrooms. And he is holding 1 shroom. Probably going to get him up to 2nd here.
Okay. Zero definitely wants to break into this now and back up Wally. Not sure what other spots CB really are right now, but CB now top 2 in control of this race. Bottom 2 falling very far behind. And it looks like we got Roy in 10th for a possible 2nd shot for MW.
I believe Neo is just shrooming into a wall there.
Fox
I
coming
think
back
that was
up.
Roy's jock.
I think so. Zero able to get this nice draft off Fox. Might be able to get him top 2. Able to grow first, and looks like Fox might be able to edge past him, but not sure. It looks like a 1-3 there for CB, and Storm right behind. So I think it was a 1-3-4.
3-4.
The CB, another very strong race on MW's pick.
Well, I mean, that's interesting. A lap 2 shock really benefited Charge Brigade there. Even with, I believe, MW's second shock to counter it, they probably just didn't have any dodges. I believe they got mid spots in the last set.
Yeah.
But it really did not impact the race.
1, 3, 4, 7, and 10 for CB. So another strong race. And they're going to increase their lead here with halfway through GP1.
So CB getting out to an early 32-point lead, I did not expect this. I'll be honest.
No, obviously the tracks have been Raceway and Garden, so kind of toss-up tracks. But yeah, CB doing everything right, really, these first 2 races. Playing it as best they pretty much could. Nao pulling the shocks, and they're able to put themselves in good positions here. So
definitely have to make shocks count on luck tracks.
We see Derek here picking TF again, but like we saw last time, CB did not agree on tracks. But MW going with BC3. Obviously, all 4 of them are pretty consistent at Ultra, so it'll be tough for CB to counter that if it gets picked. But another bit of a mixed track here from CB, but it is going to be BC3.
No, this is really good tracks. Like Barney, Fox, Xander. I think even Shawn, like they're all, 70% or better on Ultra.
Yeah.
That probably goes up uncontested as well. So big thing to look out for this race is what's going on at Ultra.
Yeah, we'll most likely be seeing them take it even if they're in like a very high spot.
Fox is able to get that quick draft to pass Wally at the beginning.
And with this green shell, he's not going to be able to block the cut unless he gets a box in the air. So
like, go for Ultra.
Him take Ultra here in first, and he will. See if Fox is able to hit it here.
Gets
getting bumped around by multiple CB members.
Yo, sitting on the cut. Is this allowed? What? Okay then.
Well, whatever that was, it pretty much didn't let Fox take the cut. And he is now going to have this star in 8th. But it looks like CB's all running this race.
Oh, wait, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, because we saw Fox there in 9th place, Storm Golding. Yeah, CB's all running. With with this lead, only after 2 races, it could be kind of safe, but kind of a weird strategy to adopt so early on. And Fox dodging in the star.
Fox dodging in the star, although I think I saw Zero take the cut in first and make it.
Yeah, he's going to throw this blue off. Zero is the only Daisy in the room, so...
Yeah, let's get a POV on Zero, what's going on there.
Does get blue there. Derek going to pass him, still 1-3 for CB. Xander here contesting in 2nd place. A huge break in top 4. And it's 2-2 from each team, so... This could just come down to who ends up taking Ultra, especially between these 2 teams.
Yeah, Xander is definitely the kind of person... Well, now that he doesn't have the help of Shawn in 4th, he probably will not risk Ultra here. Especially because Zero might go for it behind him.
Well, it looks like Derek fell off in 1st.
What?
And Xander has a mushroom. So even after getting ready, he'll be able to take cut and probably take 1st.
Oh. Wait, Derek is back in 1st?
And yeah, Derek's back in 1st.
Must have went for Shroomless after he fell off.
And CB 1-3-4 again. And looks like Wally's 5th.
Let's get a POV on what's going on back there with Fox. Got a bomb in 8th.
Fox back here with Nao.
Red's not what he wants exactly, but he's not really going to be able to pass anybody.
And while we see they're finishing in 6th place, but it looks like this CB all run strat really worked out because they got 1-3-4.
Wow, I did not expect to see like all run to actually work on BC3. I feel like MW definitely could have had a lot more effective shocks that race.
Yeah.
You know, they allowed Zero to take cut in first and pretty much separate the pack.
Yeah, very interesting to do that so early on. And Neo is really not known as a runner. That strat usually works out a lot better when you have someone bagging who is also very capable of running. But obviously Neo got the bottom spot, but he did a lot of schlagging lap 1 as we saw on Fox. Didn't let him get into the front at all, and Top 4 were just able to break away. And considering that 2 of those were CB members that were able to hold their spots, it worked out very well for them.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great play, lap 1. Nothing really much to say. The thing about all running is, though, if you're not holding 2 of the top 3, you're in a really bad spot.
Yeah.
Not even just for BC3, but most tracks in general, especially Canon tracks, which I would be very surprised if they continued all running on, you know, Canon tracks. I think they're going to do this on a track by track basis.
Yeah. TF here with the 1-4 drafting spot. CB is hoping to be able to get their top 2 to break away after these first 2 turns.
Fox going for Bill. It doesn't look like anybody in Charge Brigade contests him, but he doesn't pull it.
Fox here in 6 with the star.
Zero's back there. He could have the Bill. We don't really have a POV in the front here, so let's just go over to Zero really quick, see if he has Bill. He does.
Zero now in 5th place with this Bill is able to get up there if he so needs to use it, but Storm is going to mega it out of him. Looks like Storm might have been recovering from getting hit there and just uses mega right on top of Zero, and he's going to lose his Bill from that. Super unfortunate.
Could happen.
And now Neo is going to have to, if he has to risk boxes, it's going to be with Bill in the roulette, which
it'll be very hard for Zero.
Very hard to get
catch
shot
up here. So
and
he pulls Bill again. Well, we still have Fox, I believe, holding a star in 6th, so the neutral dodges. We don't really have a POV of who's in 1st.
Zero's just going to be holding this Bill in 6. I think Wally is behind him, so CB might need the shock here.
I think CB might be 1st. No. Sorry for the buffering.
And
he does
Zero's
get it. That's
dodging
gonna
the
be a
Bill.
first place.
This should be through 1st place.
I don't believe anybody dodged. They kind of did it unpredictable.
Well, Zero's going to have a free 1st here from his 2nd Bill and getting the dodge. Looks like MW is most spots behind, though. And yeah, MW is going to pull off 2, 3, 4. Now, I think halfway through that race, Fox's Wii froze and had to disconnect. So that's going to be a 10th place for him. Obviously going to get corrected to 8th place. But yeah, Fox DC took one of their players out of the race who was holding a dodge.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
yeah.
Charge Brigade was probably planning, you know, to shock unpredictable so that he would lose his star, but, well, he lost his star in a different way, so I guess it works out.
And winning race for MW, but it's not going to be a lot. And Zero getting that 1st place going to top the GP with 45.
Very crucial. Pull those 2 Bills there. Really made it easy for Neo to pull it.
Yeah. And a 44-point lead for CB after 1 GP. That's pretty big. And
That's very big.
CB definitely surprised some teams. They were getting predicted to come in last place, actually, before Division One started, and they ended up coming in fourth place, going 2-3. So definitely surprised some teams there, and I think they're definitely surprising some people right now with a 44-point lead after GP1 against MW, who came in first in the Division One.
I mean, if there was one word to describe Chargers Brigade, it would be sneaky, because I mean they just come out of nowhere, like, and have just continually surprised people over this entire year. You know, you might think that, you know, they're, I guess, outskilled on paper, especially when MW has former world record holders and like former like D1 winners. But I mean, the element of surprise here has been massive.
Yeah. And even without tricks, they're definitely performing. Storm coming in that fourth spot, performing, and really can't ask for much more. This is, like I said, pretty substantial lead for only 4 races in. Obviously, plenty of Mario Kart left, so MW does have time to catch up. But gonna have to wait a bit here for people to rejoin the room, because, like we said, Fox disconnected, and he was the host of the room. So,
how do you feel this disconnection is going to affect the momentum? Do you think MW is, like, you know, happy for the break, just kind of collect their thoughts and stuff?
I think it'll just pretty much be neutral. You know, it was the end of the GP anyways. You're gonna have a little bit of a break regardless. So I think it's not gonna really make a difference between either of these teams. I don't think MW is really phased by it too much. I don't think CB is phased by it too much. I think it might kill CB's momentum a little bit. I think they had a lot of momentum after that GP, so maybe it might put a dapper on that a bit. But overall, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference in their gameplay, really.
Yeah, one thing I do want to point out is that MW has not been scrimming very much recently. I believe they tried to scrim like once or twice yesterday, and I mean they really just haven't played together as a team in very many just scrims in general. They generally prefer to just play Mogi Lounge, which I'll be honest, it might be catching up to them this match.
Yeah, Curse of the Mogi mains could be coming in huge here.
You know, their chemistry is just undoubtable. But if you're not well practiced up,
yeah, obviously their chemistry is some of the best in the game. But without Leops, even though Shawn is an active member of this team and plays a lot with them, it does affect it a little bit. It is definitely something they have to that the whole team has to adjust to, having that difference in the lineup. So might be affecting them here, but at the same time, CB is doing that with tricks, and they're doing just fine. So both these teams, overcoming something a bit here. And one is doing it just a bit better than the other.
Well, that is 10 in the room.
10 should be starting, getting going right away. See if MW wants to go with the DK Mountain again here now that they're back in their 135 spots. They have those top spots. CB was not able to get it last GP when they were in their spots, so I'm sure they want to get that to shift the momentum a little bit, get a good race here.
You know, even though it really sucks to DC during the race, especially when you have a star, I'm sure they're pretty happy about the fact that it happened in race 4, so they didn't have to burn their only reset.
Yes, that is a relatively new rule. That each team only gets 1 reset, so luckily they didn't have to use it only for 1 extra race. And yeah, they're gonna go DK Mountain again.
We're seeing Peach Beach come out from CB. That's a solid all-running track.
Yeah, it is, but I really doubt they'll do it again. But then again, like you said, this CB team is pretty sneaky, kind of unpredictable. So I don't really know what they're going to do. But on DK Mountain and Cannon track, I'm sure they're going to go backwards.
for sure.
Fox here starting in first. He's going to hope to pretty much hold this the entirety of the race.
Does pull Fid though. I'm not sure if Storm maybe has a red behind him.
Looks like Barney's able to get into second though, so they protect Fox a bit here while he doesn't have an item.
Yeah, I've been talking to Barney recently, and he used to be very, very bad at this track. Recently, he's put in a lot of time to figuring out the shortcut and just like some of the more technical aspects of this track. He said he's been feeling a lot more confident, but I don't see him anymore. Oh, Fox did kind of break away from him. So let's go see what's going on in the pack.
Let me take a look at Zero here in 6th place. First set, gonna get triple shrooms. We see MW a good amount of spots behind Fox. So yeah, 135 for MW. Zero probably gonna go for Adam here. Want to try to break into this top 5 and getting a golden. See if he wants to use it here. Probably gonna end up holding it though for the bridge and around the line.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be able to get him up to second, but he does, you know, forego the chances to pull blue. So that is like the bad part. It's bumped though.
Gets bumped.
Bill
Pretty
coming.
decent recovery, but
It's a Charge Brigade shock. I think that was Derek and Bill.
Brigade shot. Yeah, I think so. See if he's able to contest Fox here for first place with this dodge. And I think he will. And Zero now shrooming up. CB trying to take over top spots again.
All right, let's get a look on Fox's POV. I believe him and Derek are fighting for first here.
Yeah. Derek did take the lead after that build dodge. And blue coming in. Looks like it's going to hit Derek, yeah. And Fox is going to reclaim first place. This Shroom on the cut is going to be kind of sketchy if there's a big pack going for it. And
I believe I just saw 2 people fall off on the cut. That's...
Yeah. Take a look over at Zero here for the end of his race. Another shot coming in. Storm dodging it and getting redded. So he's pretty much going to have a spot. And that's a bottom 3 for CB.
I think that's a top 4 for MW. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think you might be right. So CB, even with 2 shocks, is pretty much going to have a bottom 4 there. So MW, after one more race, now it's pretty much anyone's game again.
Yeah, I think it's kind of odd that they used that lap too, even while they were holding Bill. I mean, Zero was in a good position with the golden. I feel like they could have held that at least until after the cannon.
Yeah, maybe waited. Possibly could have grouped up in the cannon. Obviously, a bit more of a predictable choice, but you know, if Storm's able to get in there with, or excuse me, if Derek is able to get in there with Bill and use it afterwards, could have a bit more of a secured first place. But yeah, MW was able to fight him off after that shock. Pulling the blue was huge for them and get top 4-9. And CB's lead is cut into a quarter of what it was before.
It only takes one top 4 to slice the lead.
Yeah. And now they're going to go with BCUE. This is a great pick for MW. Not only because they're obviously the top 4 spots, but Roy, obviously a fantastic bagger. Definitely a top 3 bagger in the game right now. And can most likely beat Neo back on that track. One of the more technical tracks bagging. So he should have an advantage there if it gets picked. But
and we're back for the last 2 turns of GCN MC.
He's Zero six with the bomb. See if he wants to make a play here. He's not going to really have a place to do it. So we see them getting 6-7. Not sure what else MW got there, but
it's a bottom 3 for Charge Brigade.
Yeah, looks like another very strong race for them. I think MW is going to take the lead after that.
That's a shame. I really wanted to see if they all ran that, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Really, looks like they didn't though, considering we still see Neo's name tag there. Definitely bagged and top 3-5 for MW, and they have woken up here for GP2.
You know, somewhat of a tactical DC. It happens.
Yeah. Tactical DC, reset the momentum. Have CB maybe relaxing a bit. And yeah, they've taken the lead here after 6. Halfway through, MW is going to have a 12-point lead.
You know, this top 3-5, I would expect them to go something like BCUE, just to take it away from Charged Brigade and Zero's Daisy. And just, you know, I believe that's the best top 3 track.
Yeah. Looks like that's what they're going to do here.
It just, is Zero randoming tracks every race? I think he is.
Well, regardless, it's going to be MW's BCUE, and they're just looking to pile it on this GP.
Yeah, generally you're going to see an insta-3 back, and then possibly more backs on the second turn. So we'll just see how effective that is.
Yeah.
Start. Barney coming over to the right, that's kind of odd.
Fox back in 2 greens immediately, getting 1 CB member on the right there. So they're going to hold this top 3. Storm streaming into it. Bomb up, going to be too wide. More backstrams from Fox. Going to get nobody. Storm in first now, able to break that top 3. So we'll see Fox on the right side with this mushroom. If he wants to go for the glitch.
Looks like Barney's instead just blocking it for Daisy.
Probably the smarter play there.
Yeah, it looks like Daisy falls off.
By 0. But yeah, he has fallen off. So Storm really, CB's only top spot here. MW going to try to put some pressure on him. And with this fib, it could be game over for Storm if Barney has a red. Up, barely misses Storm.
Who's winning back? I think Neo's winning back. Oh, this POW is really bad
Neo
for
is in 10th by quite a bit. Roy going forwards now, though. Might just be chaining boxes in 9th, though, in the hallway. He's not really committing to going forwards, but...
Glitch is unblocked, though. Let's get a look at what Zero's doing. I believe he's been in the back for most of the race. But he's just holding a star. Definitely banking on Neo to pull it very soon.
Shawn getting TC'd there. Gonna be in a bottom spot. And looks like kind of neutral spots for the most part. Storm still holding his first place. Like we said, played that lap 1 very well to break it up. But Zero holding the star, hoping Neo gets shot because he is in 10th by quite a bit. Don't think he has it yet, though. Usually don't see baggers still going back at this section if they had shot. And yeah, we see falling off in 10th.
Just looks like a prediction from Zero. I don't think anybody has. So right here, I mean, if I'm Zero, I'm like, please, please, someone body block the cut. He might grow in time.
Looks like Wally's off, and Sharon dodges and Bill. So MW shocked there. Roy able to chain enough boxes in 9th to just end up pulling it.
Oh. And then it was just like in the perfect line. It wasn't even on the ramp. Scared him off the cut.
Yeah. And this is another very strong race for MW, looking like a top 3.
But Sharon does die last turn.
Yeah, so Sharon's race is going to be pretty much finished from that, but I believe that's another top 3 for MW. And I mean, is this the kind of GPs we were expecting going in, Shawn?
I didn't expect the full GP of it, but I expected there to be a few top 4s on MW's like really good tracks. But I don't know. That race was the lap 1 especially. Storm was able to shroom up to first, which was great by him. I think I saw a Charge Brigade member throw a bomb at the beginning, but it was off target. It really could have given Charge Brigade like a top 3 at the beginning, but they just weren't able to convert it.
Yeah, and with that shock, they were able to pretty much take out Storm and secure that top 3. So a huge GP continuing for MW. That was over a 30-point lead after being down 40 just 3 races ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe that MW just like
really turned the tables here this GP too.
really turned
Very
tables.
impressive stuff. Did not let that GP1 phase them. And now going with Summit. Yeah, really bring out all their strong tracks this GP as well. And they're going to get it.
Another strong MW track. Fox really likes this track. Xander really likes this track. Not sure about Sharon, but they're also missing Leops. Leops is kind of cracked on this track, not gonna lie, but
yeah.
We'll see if MW is able to hold their top spots.
Fox just gonna hold first here as much as he can. Got Barney behind him to back up. And if you fall behind on this track, it's pretty hard to catch up on. But obviously the cannon is there for any possible
kind of
shot.
Odd for Fox not to go for double in second. He might have bumped Barney off. Which does tend to happen if you go for
zero in first place. 8th place falling a bit behind. Xander here behind Fox, going to be 2-3 going into cannon. And I don't think any bagger has it yet.
That's a 145 for CB.
Nobody has made it all the way back yet. Oh, no, there we go. Someone's just made it back. So it looks like it was Neo. So yep. CB going to be in 10th. So either Roy is going to have to go for it in 9th. Maybe he already has it and is baiting him. It looks like he's sitting at set.
It's Pow.
Pow is actually perfect there for Fox. And 0. So this top 2 is going to hold. And with a bit of a break now.
Ooh,
and an even bigger one now that Fox hit the Shy Guy. Neo here, still in 10th place by quite a bit.
I mean, he really loses his ability to fight for first. I mean, he was within a second of 0 before, but I mean, he's going to need a blue.
Yeah, misplay like that. Pretty much, yeah, takes him out of just being able to outdrive him or possibly red him. Zero just very far ahead now.
So you're just electing to take single. Doesn't want to risk anything. But he does not need to.
Fox inside can do the same thing. And I think Xander's still behind Fox. There should be a 2-3 here. Yeah, for MW. So damage control there, considering that Zero was able to get first.
I guess Derek in 4th. It's around a 146 for Charge Brigade, I believe.
Definitely going to look at a neutral race here. For the most part, but CB is going to need something a bit more than neutral now to come back from those brutal 3 races.
I think the biggest factor of just MW coming back is that they're picking all of these very front-run heavy tracks, very tech-heavy tracks that they're really fast at. I guess I'll say.
Yeah. And that's a big GP for Fox. They're 52 and they top 4 for MW overall. So with a score of 262 to 226 going into GP3. CB has their work cut out for them.
Yeah,
totally flipping the script.
I would expect them to go back to the well once more, see if they can get some luck tracks working.
Yeah, it looks like he was able to work for them GP1 for the most part with Raceway and Gardens.
Yeah, do you have any have you kept track of the shot count so far, Maq?
Not really. I think it is in Neo's favor by a little bit, but it looks like there hasn't really been too many impactful shots. We did see CB use that shot on DK Mountain that looked like it was going to be good for them, and then MW just came back with that blue. And on BCUE, we saw Wally getting TS'd in 5th. And Sharon dodging up in Bill. That was a huge one for MW. But overall, I think it's been, for the most part, even. I think a bit in Neo's favor, but hasn't made a huge difference in this match. Now with MW, a 40-point lead.
So we're probably going to see Maple Treeway coming out from MW, and we do. I mean, if you're CB right now, what are you picking, Maq?
Well, Zero's picking KT. Random, but I would pick probably something like KC, something just neutral. With the even spot.
Definitely random.
But yeah, that's a it's a random rainbow from Zero and Shy Guy Beach from the rest of his team. Fox pushing off to the left a bit there at the start, but probably just gonna opt to hold his first here. Even though this is Shy Guy Beach, one of the biggest left tracks, obviously. A lot of water to go through. Shocks are just brutal because of the first set where you just easily chain go into the cut.
But yeah, people don't play this track very often, but it is one of those pseudo running tracks I was talking about earlier. You can run it. People do overbag, and it's very short as well. You see Derek getting in the first. Let's see what's going on Zero's POV.
So Zero here in 7th place getting triple shrooms. Probably gonna want to chain these somewhere. Box isn't there though. Hopefully gonna get an island box. And pulls a bomb. Looks like he's pretty much surrounded by his team though. He's might just
Neo's running back. Interesting play.
It's not a bad bomb. Barely misses but not sure who has shot. Looks like Neo is in 10th though.
Yeah, Zero really hasn't been pulling great items, but that crab hit is not going to help.
Roy here going forward, so that
one
might indicate that he has shot. Or he's just chaining box at the island. And that's a C, I think that's a CB shot.
One dodge.
So see how this affects things. It's like CB got one dodger up there. I think Storm was able to get first off of it. But I think it might have been a 1-3 for CB or so. So 40-point lead for MW. CB is going to need a bit more than 1-3s to win this.
Yeah, I mean, Zero really wasn't able to do very much that race. He was just kind of stuck in 6th with his teammates behind him, just forced to chain boxes. And he really only pulled shrooms a couple times, but this is top 2 for CB.
Nice.
Nice.
So top 258 for CB. Decent race to start off with. Gonna be interesting to see what they want to pick track-wise here. See if they want to just keep going for luck tracks or maybe something a bit more run-heavy now with top 2.
Well, one thing is for certain, we do not know what Zero's picking.
That's true.
Just letting the CTGP random decide.
MW going with RBC here with 3-4 drafting spots.
Oh, okay, we do get a team pick from Zero.
Yeah, this might be the first race we've seen each team pick all together. But
yeah, you don't normally see that in league match. But I mean, if it's worked, it's worked.
So 3-4 starting here in RBC for MW. Fox probably going to be looking to draft first here. See if Storm swerves around a bit to make that not happen, and he will go off to the right. But yeah, it's able to work out for him, I think.
Ooh, I'm not sure how he didn't get that draft there, but
yeah,
let's
like
have a look at Zero here.
Norm, but really avoids it in this back bomb.
He just backs the bomb. Okay.
Yeah. Zero now in 5th place. And mostly
Mega.
top spots for CB.
Is that a top 3-5, I believe?
I think so.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, all he has to do is just stop with this
really
Mega.
good decision here from Zero to try to stop as many people as he can.
He only gets 1, but MW is dying from the TC.
Yeah, bottom 2 for MW, seeing Barney Shroom up here. Zero is really their only bottom spot, and I think CB is top 2.
Yeah, let's get a look at Fox and top spots.
Yeah, so Xander here in 3rd, Derek and Storm in top 2. Or excuse me, Derek and Wally in 1-3. And Blue coming out here for Norm.
There goes that top 2.
And yeah, it looks like Xander's going to be able to take first.
Mega pull. Yeah, Emdo's probably going to be top 2 very soon. CB does die with the TC. I would expect him to just chain at grass, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very, very possible. I think
Does
Roy might
not.
have the shot, though. We see him sitting over there at the spiral. So most likely an MW shock, so he's probably going to just hold this for as long as he can, and then confirm a top 2 at the very end of the race.
Lands on the fib. Is he able to get his mega off? He's not.
So now Fox is going to have to get either another dodge or just he's not going to end dodging because MW definitely has it. Zero here going to stop Mega again. Just try to hold those middle spots now. Keep MW in the back. MW is bottom 3, so with the exception of Xander, no front presence at all.
So while he does get Fox there, losing his mega and being able to dictate the timing of the shock is probably not the best for him, especially since Storm here is dropping back.
Up dodging the power there on a little patch of air.
I mean, this is great for Charge Brigade. I believe they're top 3, right?
I think Xander's up there still, but oh no, Xander's back here now. Yeah, this could be a really good race.
We see the Daisy get pushed off there.
So, not going to be able to do too much with this blooper. And we do see Storm and Zero in bottom 2 though, so even if it is top 2 for CB, it's not a huge race. Not a race they really need, at least. So, yeah. Looks like mostly middle spots for MW.
That was looking like a great CB race.
Yeah.
Can we get an eye on Zero? I don't think he's very happy right now.
Well, he just crossed the line, but yeah, 1-3 bottom 2 for CB, so very neutral race once again.
Yeah, I mean, even though MW was shocked into boxes in like 5, 6, 7, I mean, there's no guarantees that those boxes like get converted into anything great.
Yeah.
I think they did pull shrooms to bump Zero off though. Very tight on the bridge.
So CB down a bit over 30. Still very possible with 2 races left, but they got to have a good race here. And I don't know, 1-3 bottom 2. What do you think they're picking here?
I have no idea.
MW going for GV. MW has been on the team track since the beginning, and CB looks like they've been a bit indecisive, but going Peach Beach.
Well, I have seen a lot of Peach Beaches.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely a go-to here. And CB finally going to get their Peach Beach. See how Fox wants to play this year while starting in 6th. Obviously, both members of CB behind him. And yeah, he's going to just sit here and
select a bag.
Get a bottom
Zero
spot.
did the strat around the fountain to get a 10th place box, so let's get a POV on him and see if he pulled Bill.
And he did,
does.
so Neo is going to be able to just barrel through boxes, hopefully hold 10th place. So looks like there is quite a big gap in between the baggers, and Zero holding Bill, that gap is not going to get smaller. So see who's in 10th here. And
Fox gets bombed again.
Looks like it's Neo in 10th, I think. So if he's able to get the shock, yeah, it is. So if he's able to get the shock, he can dodge Zero. But Zero is falling behind. See top 5, top 4 with a pretty big breakaway.
Despite them being pretty far away, getting Bill in 6th, or even, well, better 5th, but he does have to use it here. A lot of pressure from that star there, but I don't know if anyone has it.
And they dodge him at the end of his Bill. Might be able to catch Sharon here. And with the shroom, he probably will.
Oh, he hits the
But
Nana!
the Nana hit, Sharon's going to be able to get first out of it.
He takes Barney's
And
TC
Barney
for the win, but not able to beat him.
Barney's able to hold on a second. Back over to Fox, and it looks like CB got, I think that's 468 or so.
Yeah. Looks like another just.
It's like just another good
MW
race for
favorite
MW, and that might lock it up for them.
Yeah, I know MW is in a star, or yeah, it was MW in a star that forced Zero into the bill. I'm not sure if they got the guy in the star out.
I think he might have been able to dodge, but wasn't really able to get a chain. We saw Fox pull a blue there at the end and just held it for Sharon. And that banana peel was just so deadly for Zero. I think it took CB pretty much out of this. He needed to get first there. So now with the score of 358 to 313, unless there is a penalty, MW has taken this match 1.
Yeah, we did see some trolling in the rep chat, where Barney asked if they trolled on RMC, and Zero responded, "Yes, you started all 4 of us. Minus 80, please send proof, thanks."
Wow.
So we'll see if that turns into anything, but doubtful.
Yeah, pretty much looking at what we have here, score-wise. So, I mean, after the GP1, I don't think we really expected MW to clinch with the race left, but here we are, 358 to 313. Pretty much it for CB unless MW trolls this race.
Yeah, not sure if CB's just gonna all run for fun. You know, one more player to possibly get trolled, I guess.
But this is a BO3, so you know, overall score doesn't really matter. You know, if they keep it closer now.
It looks like they are all running. So Foxhole gets the bill. He's probably gonna end up holding the entire race. Let's get a POV on Zero. See where he is.
Getting ready to set
Immediately
where he is. So pack just kind of spreading out here. With these guys holding their items in bottom spots, top spots are able to just kind of break away.
Yeah, MW is mostly bottom spots, but Wally being in 9th tier is not great because he definitely has a chance to pull it.
And now with the star from Zero, if he is able to pull it, could be a huge shot for them. But looks like Roy might already have it anyways.
Yeah, I think I see Wally streaming in 9th, so don't think there's any chance for Zero to catch up. It looks like 2 people just get bombed there. And right now, Fox is holding the bill in 5th.
And a lot of top spots, I think, for CB.
Foxy gets bombed and loses his bill.
And the shock
CB shock, what? Or wait.
And he's spamming the blue. This could be a big race for CB.
Bailed out with
Luckily,
the shroom
he was
pull
able to
there.
get this, shroom, and pushed by Derek, but top 2-4 for CB to end it off. Maybe top 3, but it will not matter because of MW's lead before that race.
I mean, they're in troll.
Might be in troll territory, but I don't think we saw anything there in the last 4 races. So.
Hey, let's go Neo.
There you go.
Place.
Easy. And yeah, 380, 352. MW is going to take game 1. So, Shawn, after GP1, pretty much all MW there. Is that what we were expecting, score-wise? What do you think?
I mean, I did expect CB to make it close, but more towards the end. I just didn't expect that streak of like 3 races of top 3 like that. I mean,
well, MW was able to get a lot of their strong tracks that GP2 on on Summit, BCUE, DK Mountain, where of course they got their first top 4, and really just kind of set the tone there during that GP. So made it very hard for Charge Brigade to come back with only 1 GP left. What was that, like a 70-point win, GP2?
Jeez, I think so.
Something like that, because they had like a 30-point lead, and they were down 44, I think. So, yeah, huge GP for MW. to pretty much propel them to take this game 1. With that, we'll be getting to match 2 very soon. So thanks for watching match 1. We're going to be staying live though, so make sure you stick with us here. MW versus CB game 2 coming soon.